So welcome, Gillian. So Gillian Forrester was one of my early clients, and I'm going to ask her a few questions so that she can share with you how she met me, where she was at what particular point in her life, and what changes have happened in her life, and how this work and this course has impacted her overall. So take it away, Gillian, and tell me describe how you were feeling, what situation you were in when when our paths first crossed.
Okay, hi Esther. So when I came across yourself, I was in a very low place. I'd had a succession of life events that had really knocked my confidence. So I was struggling to get my mojo back, is how I would describe it. Lots of anxiety, stress, I'd been made redundant, lost my mum. So several things all at once. And I was also trying to set up my own business. So it was the marketing that first drew me into the course that you offered. And I think it was a short free program that I did in the first instance.
Yeah, that's right. It was Discover Your Marketing Genius. So that was that was the bait, really, because a lot of people struggle with their marketing. But what you found was actually there was a lot more to it than the marketing, wasn't it?
Absolutely. It was the marketing I was first interested in. But then as I got into the course, I started learning about energy and the way that it affected your body, and particularly how particular events can then put you into a low energy. And I used to say to my friends at the time, I just want the old Gillian back, because I did used to be quite a high performer, always very positive. But because of these events, I'd become the opposite, really, and just got stuck and couldn't see any way out of it. So it was actually that aspect of the course that was the hook. And I just thought, I need to know more about this. A lot of this is describing what I was feeling, and I had a lot of pain in my legs at the time. I couldn't sleep at night because of worry as to where the next job was coming from, and, how I was going to fulfill my potential. All of those things that I'm sure some of your listeners will be very familiar with. And so I decided to take a leap of faith and sign up for the full program, because I just wanted to know more, and it just seemed to really fit what I was looking for.
Yeah. And so, you even fed back to me soon after our first practical one-on-one session, how much things had shifted for you internally, and to the point where physically you felt better as well, because obviously certain heavy resistant energy had shifted.
Yeah. Because at that time, I probably spent about 3 to 4 years being stuck. I was trying desperately to find my new place in the world, but it was just becoming more and more difficult. So understanding about shifting the energy, but those individual sessions were absolutely transformational for me. And again, and we talked about this at the time, I was one of the big skeptical people about this. I can't possibly believe that would work. And, it was all a bit out of my comfort zone. I'm very much somebody who has been based on evidence previously. So, big leap of faith. But after, I think we had 2 sessions, and it was completely transformational just after 2 sessions. I could feel the transformation, not only in my body, but what was bothering me was my ability to make decisions. So I was interested in how it affected the brain and your ability to operate, at those higher levels of performance, because that was something I was struggling with at the time.
Yeah, you said you were stuck, you're in a bit of an impasse in terms of making the right choices, and you were fearful of taking another wrong turn, wasn't it?
Really, really fearful that I would go down the path of the wrong job yet again. Just couldn't seem to find my new place in the world, having gone through that major transition.
Yeah. And so what were the actual external results as a result of doing the inner work? Tell us how quickly that started to manifest.
I think the pandemic was a blessing for me because obviously it gave me far more time to explore lots of different things. And I just started to learn all about energy, all about the brain, all about different things that you could do. Meditation for the very first time, and the gratitude diary, so many different practical strategies, just being grateful and living in the moment. And that just then had that knock-on effect. And in July last year, I was offered the opportunity of a 6-month contract at Newcastle City Learning, and wasn't sure again if that was the right path for me, but it has led to a full-time position, which I'm thoroughly enjoying now.
Yeah.
And who would have thought that 12 months ago?
Yeah. And it was kudos to you for trusting this process, this energy alignment method process, which guided you. It's more or less tapping into your instinct, your intuition, isn't it? And we actually used it to say, is this the right choice for me? And it sort of said to you, yes, go for this part-time, because obviously that was your springboard, wasn't it, to something else?
It was. And there were two things really. When I felt the sway in my body, it was like, oh my God, what's happening? It was all freaking me out a little bit, really, to be honest, at the beginning. But it was then give you the strength to just feel calmer about those decisions and then able to move forward. And somebody said recently, I think it was on a post, it's all about how you show up. And I think I was showing up differently because of all of the work that we had done. And I'm sure that was one of the reasons I was successful this time, whereas I'd actually been unsuccessful for a number of jobs that on paper I should have walked. But it was something about my demeanour, something about, where I was in my own feeling, in my own energy, as you would say, that was actually holding me back. And from then I've just gone from strength to strength. I've learned lots more about lots of connected different therapies, and that it's just do it. Take that leap of faith and try it.
Because you even said recently you sort of let the reins go a bit, you let things slip.
I did.
What happened then? Your pain in your legs came back, didn't it? And
absolutely. And I was really shocked by that because I've been doing so well. I was sucked into that corporate world again of working too many hours, juggling too many balls. And all of a sudden I hit a brick wall and I got the pain. And I thought, wow, it's like a diet, I would say. You can't just eat healthily for 4 or 5 weeks and then stop again. So now I know that this is a life change.
Exactly.
Well worth it.
It's a way of life now, isn't it? It's a new way of life.
Yeah. But people have even said to me, Esther, that I look different. That I look different. My hair is actually better quality than it was. So it just shows you the external factors that it has on your whole being. And yes, I would never have believed it 12 months ago. So I would say to people, just give it a go. You've got nothing to lose.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Gillian, for sharing that.
Thank you.
You've been a marvellous student, I'm going to say that. And, and the results show. Well done, you.
Thank you.